Something was very wrong. For 2 years, I smiled like everything was fine. But under my long sleeves were bruises no one could see. Then one person came home after 15 years away, and everything started to change. My name is Emma Carter. Everyone in my nice apartment building in Charlotte thought I had the perfect life. They saw a happy wife. They never saw the bruises I hid under sweaters, even in the summer heat. The truth was much darker. If stories like this keep you watching until the very end, subscribe to Moralverse. Because this story only gets more shocking from here. I grew up near Asheville in a quiet mountain town. Life felt safe back then. The best part of my childhood was my Uncle Ryan. He was my mom's younger brother. He was 14 years older than me. To little Emma, he was a hero. He fixed everyone's bikes. He taught me to swim in the river. And he never broke a promise. When I turned 14, Uncle Ryan took a job overseas building turbine rigs. It was only supposed to last 2 years. Instead, it became 15. Our weekly phone calls slowly turned into a few short messages every year. Life moved on. I studied finance in college. After graduation, I met a man named Daniel Brooks at a business event downtown. He was confident, friendly. He remembered tiny things about me that most people forgot. It made me feel special. After meeting him once, my mother pulled me aside. She looked worried. She said, "Emma, he's too perfect. I can't tell what's hiding under that smile." I laughed. I thought she was worrying too much. Less than a year later, I married him. Uncle Ryan was still overseas. He joked that he would check Daniel out himself when he finally came home. At first, marriage felt happy. Then little things started changing. Daniel snapped at waiters. He embarrassed me over tiny mistakes. He slowly pushed my friends away. "They're bad for you," he always said. One by one, my friends disappeared. Soon, my whole world became Daniel and my parents. I kept telling myself, this is normal. I used to stand up for myself. I once argued with a college professor. I even challenged a dishonest manager at work. But abuse doesn't happen all at once. It happens little by little, until you stop seeing it. The first time Daniel hit me, we had just come home from a holiday party. A man from work had asked me about spreadsheet software. That was all. Daniel accused me of flirting. Before I could answer, his hand slammed across my face. I crashed into the wall. A few seconds later, he dropped to his knees. He cried, "I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It will never happen again." I believed him. For 3 months, he became the perfect husband again. Then, he hit me again. Later, a third time. Each peaceful moment became shorter. Each violent moment came faster. Soon, I had ready-made excuses for every bruise. I bumped into a cabinet. I slipped. I fell. Outside our home, Daniel was charming. Everyone loved him. Sometimes, even I wondered if I was imagining everything. By our 5th year together, I knew his footsteps. The second I heard them outside the apartment, my body became stiff. I wasn't giving up. I was planning. Late at night, I secretly read divorce laws. I hid $20 bills inside an old coffee can in the pantry. But fear kept stopping me. Daniel had pushed me into a lower-paying job. The condo was only in his name. Who would believe me over him? Then one phone call changed everything. My mother sounded excited. "Emma, Uncle Ryan is coming home for good." My heart jumped. Hope came back. For the first time in years, I felt safe. But Daniel changed too. He became nervous. He stayed on his phone all day. He walked onto the balcony whenever he answered calls. One evening, his phone lit up. I accidentally saw a banking notification. The overdue balance was huge. Before I could read more, Daniel grabbed my wrist. His fingers dug into my skin. "So what?" He leaned close. "Mind your own business." The bruise stayed for days. 3 days before Uncle Ryan arrived, Daniel exploded over the wrong brand of coffee. He shoved me hard. I slammed into the kitchen island. Pain shot through my ribs. The bruise spread across my side. The next morning, I stared into the bathroom mirror. There was no excuse anyone would believe. That same day, Mom called. Don't forget. We leave for the airport in 2 days. I looked at my reflection. Then I finally did something I should have done years ago. I texted her. I need to tell you something. 2 days later, I went to my parents' house. The moment my sleeve slipped, Mom saw my wrist. She froze. Her face changed. What happened? I couldn't lie anymore. The words poured out. I cried harder than I had in years. I told her everything. The first slap, every bruise, every lie, every fear. When I finished, she asked only one question. What are you going to do now? I want a divorce, but I don't know how. I don't have enough money. The condo isn't mine. Mom reached for my hand. We'll figure it out. And Ryan is finally home. At the airport, I saw Uncle Ryan again after 15 years. He hugged me tightly. Then, he slowly pulled back. His eyes studied me. The same careful eyes he used when fixing broken engines. He noticed how thin I was. Then my sleeve slipped. He saw the edge of a fading bruise. I quickly covered it. But it was too late. He had seen enough. That night, he insisted on coming home with me. I want to meet Daniel. I couldn't think of a reason to stop him. The second we walked inside, Daniel put on his best performance. He smiled. He poured expensive drinks. He acted like the perfect husband. Uncle Ryan stayed quiet. He watched everything. He noticed my sleeves stayed pulled down. He noticed Daniel talked too much about the condo. It's completely in my name. No shared ownership. He sounded strangely proud. When Daniel stepped outside for a phone call, Uncle Ryan looked at me. Are you okay? I forced a smile. I'm just tired. He nodded slowly. I believe you. He paused. For now. Those words stayed in my head all night. As soon as Uncle Ryan left, Daniel slammed the door. You told him something? I didn't. Liar. His hand struck my face. I hit the doorframe. Then he punched my ribs. I bent over. I could barely breathe. But something inside me changed. I knew one thing. This would be the last time. The next morning, my phone rang. It was Uncle Ryan. Lunch. No excuses. Outside my office, he saw my arms. The bruises were impossible to hide. His face became hard. We sat beside the river with coffee. He waited. This time, I told him everything. From the first slap to the punch the night before. He didn't interrupt once. His hands tightened around the coffee cup. When I finished, he quietly stood. Pack a bag tonight. When Daniel leaves. That evening, I packed as fast as I could. While searching through papers, Uncle Ryan found something strange. Huge unpaid bank loans. Then, a handwritten note. It was an IOU. The name on it made him stop. Ethan Cross. Uncle Ryan knew exactly who that man was. A dangerous underground money lender. Everything suddenly made sense. Daniel wasn't just abusive. He was drowning in gambling debt. That same night, Uncle Ryan made phone calls. By morning, he had learned even more. Daniel wasn't the successful executive he claimed to be. His company was already investigating missing money. The next morning, we went straight to urgent care. Every bruise, every injury, everything was documented. Uncle Ryan looked at me. We need proof. Without medical records, the police would have very little. By noon, we stood outside my condo. Daniel opened the door. He looked confused. Uncle Ryan stepped forward.
His voice stayed calm.
You have two choices. You fight this, and the police and your company learn everything. Or, you sign the divorce papers. You never contact Emma again. Daniel's face lost all color. He knew he was trapped. His shoulders dropped. I gambled the company's money. I messed up. I'll sign. Please, don't call the police. No one answered. The room stayed silent. Soon after, his company uncovered the missing money. Daniel was charged with fraud. Then came the criminal trial. The jury heard from my coworker. They heard an expert explain how abuse traps victims. Then, I took the stand. I told the truth. Every painful part of it. When the jury returned, they found Daniel guilty. He was sentenced to prison. As officers led him away,
He looked back at me.
I'm sorry. I met his eyes. I don't hate you anymore, but I will never forgive you. You chose every step that brought you here. After everything ended, the settlement gave me real financial security. For the first time in years, I felt free. I moved into a bright apartment downtown. I returned to the finance career I loved. I rebuilt old friendships. People I thought I had lost forever welcomed me back. Uncle Ryan opened his own consulting business nearby. One evening, he smiled at me. The biggest moments in life never arrive at the perfect time. You simply act when the moment comes. Months later, I stood alone on a quiet beach. The wind touched my face. For the first time in years, no fear followed me. And finally, I understood exactly what he meant. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Moral Verse. The next story may change you just as much. Thank you for staying until the very end.